Okay, so I'm just going to go through here on this video. We're going to talk about how to. I'm just really trying to record this for myself, and if this helps out other people, great. So this is how to do Kindle KDP. So first thing you want to do is go to kdp.amazon.com. And of course, the first thing you want to do is be logged in to your Amazon account. Now, it just depends how you want to do this. Some people have multiple Amazon accounts for multiple things they're doing. So they might have one account for a seller's account, one account for like their KDP. That's kind of what I'm doing. And then another account for like purchasing stuff for their home or whatever, regular items. So whatever the case is, however you're going to do that. But if you want to actually publish your own books, this is for self-publishing, you can go through this process. So again, go to that page, make sure you're logged in, and you can go through and this is, so you want to go to bookshelf. So this is my bookshelf. It shows me the books, all the different books that I currently have for sale. Okay. So that's the first page. So second page, moving on. So here we are. So in here, you're going to want to just fill out the particulars. Okay. Whatever language, and there's a point later on in the process where you can add other languages. I think I did like French and Spanish or something. You can do that later on in the process. Okay, you enter in your title, any subtitles. Is this part of a series of books? Are you doing a series of kids books or fiction or something like that? Your name or your brand. You can put your brand here. I chose to just use my name for now. I mean, if I hit the big time, maybe I'll go ahead and use something different there. But contributors, basically, I paid to have somebody do some of my artwork. I paid them to do. So I wrote them the kind of the script and the outline, and this is the text I want. And this is the ideas I want. These are the characters and creatures and whatever. And I basically purchased their art to use for myself, which is I highly I can't highly encourage enough for you to do that, because it can get really messy otherwise. Especially, you never know, your book could take off. Now, if you're doing it with like your spouse or significant other, or a brother or sister, parent, whatever, that that could be a cool family project. I don't know. So here it is. It's blank for me, so I'm just doing it. So here you want to go ahead. I'm going to get rid of all this stuff. So you're going to go ahead and just add your description. And all I'm going to say, I'm going to offer the words SEO, I guess the acronym, search engine optimization. So you're going to want to make your description. Obviously, it needs to make sense. So if somebody's reading it, it's not just a series of keywords, but it kind of makes sense in a sentence story format to explaining your book and what they're going to be getting. But you do want to have a lot of heavy keywords in your description. I think you get I still have 400, 560. I think you get a couple thousand maybe. I own the rights because I purchased all the rights. I developed this book myself. Here's where you can put 7 keywords. These would be, I would suggest keywords that you're not using in your title. You're not using anywhere obvious like that. These are kind of like outliers that you might not ordinarily be able to fit into your description or into your title, but are still have good traffic on them. Okay. You can pick two categories here. There's a way to add more. You can add more categories later, and I'll get to that in a later video, not in this one. And so I'm doing a children's book. So is this, this is this is a children's book. So no, there's no adult content. Okay. So you just hit save and continue. Now you've progressed from your details page to your content page. Okay. So I think it's, I don't know what it is, $100 or $50 or whatever it is. And you can get your own IS. It's like International Standard Book Number. I think that's actually what it is. And you can purchase your own. So if you want to, basically that would enable you to sell it on Barnes and Nobles or anywhere. You can sell it anywhere, basically, if you get that ISBN, but you got to pay that initial, I can't remember what it is. It's $100 or a couple $100 or something like that. And you know what? I for what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create, I want to have a good library of books that I'm selling, 10 to 20 maybe. So for right now, I'm kind of fine getting the free KDP. All that means is that you're restricted to just using Amazon's platform to sell. They own the rights to sell this book if you do the free KDP ISBN number. Okay. So I did that. I've opted to do that. This is my 3rd book I'm working on right now. I'm finishing up. So keep on keeping on here. This I just leave it blank, and they'll fill that out. Amazon will fill that in when it's like officially published. Moving on. So you're just gonna pick whatever you want. These are the most popular. It's just the black and white with white paper. Okay. Um, and then you're going to go through your trim sizes. This is not one of the main trim sizes here. I can't remember what it is. It's I'm just doing it because I'm doing like an activity book and I want it to be really big. And this really is going to depend on however you're formatting. This is really going to depend on your formatting. The person I hired, they always do the bleed, okay, with a PDF file. And then the matte finish. You probably want matte, not glossy. This is just kind of standard stuff, right? You're going to want to upload your manuscript. This is I already uploaded mine. Okay. And there's multiple tools on how to do this. Okay. Multiple videos and tools on how to do this. If you want to do it yourself, I hired somebody off of Fiverr for like $100. Just to do my artwork, okay? Like my cover art, like that's all original. I paid them, to do that. You upload that in here, right? And then you go ahead. You're going to launch the previewer, and I'm going to stop right here, and we'll pick that up in another video. So thank you so much. This is part 1. We'll move on to part 2 here in a minute.